Hi Danielle, how are you today?
Good. I'm alright.
Okay. So I just want to go over a few things before we go ahead and get started. So I am a student with the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, and I'm an intern here working on my master's. Um, so with that, just like some stuff that you share with me, I do have to share with my supervisor to make sure that you're getting the best care that I can give you and making sure your treatment is going as planned. And then also at school, in some of my classes, I share information, but nothing identifying. I won't share your name or anything like that. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
And then along with that is confidentiality. So besides those situations, I won't be sharing any of your information outside of that.
Okay.
Although I am a mandated reporter. So if you report any abuse or neglect to children under 18 or 65 or older elderly people, I do have to report that. And if you are um, in harm's way of like harming yourself or harming others, I do have to report that as well.
Okay.
And then just overall, I just need like your verbal consent that you want to be here. You don't have to be here. It's totally your choice and everything. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be here.
Okay. Awesome. So can you just give me a little bit of why you came in today?
Yeah, so like sort of recently, my husband and I have divorced, and I've just been like feeling like really like down and just like not like myself.
Okay.
After I kind of just wanted to come here and like figure it might help.
So when you say you're feeling down, can you kind of describe like what you mean by that?
Yeah, like I just feel like I'm like crying all the time, and I just like feel like really like low, like just sad all the time, like I
Okay.
don't know.
And this has happened after the divorce?
Yeah.
Okay. And when did the divorce get finalized?
It was like finalized like a month and a half ago.
Okay. So about a month and a half you've been feeling like this?
Yeah.
Okay. And before that, were you guys separated or?
No, it was like really like sudden. I think that's like part of the reason like it made it like even more difficult for me because I didn't really like see it coming.
Okay. So he was the one who.
Yeah, he initiated it.
Okay. So how long have you guys been together?
7 years.
7 years. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your marriage and your relationship?
Yeah, so we met in college. We dated like pretty much all throughout college. Like waited a little to get married, and I like thought everything was fine. Like clearly it wasn't. Like it turns out he was cheating,
Okay.
which came as like a huge surprise because like I honestly thought we were just like happy, and like obviously like everyone like fights and argues, but I don't know. I just didn't think it was to the extent that like we like needed to get a divorce. Like I, even though I cheated, like I still was like willing to like work through things.
Okay. So when did he first cheat on you?
Like as far as I know, he said it was like more recent, like within like the past year.
Okay. So you're not like positive that's the only time, but that's
Yeah,
what he told you.
I mean, yeah, like at this
Okay.
point, like, can you really trust anything he says? So,
Okay.
who knows?
Was it just like a one-time instance, or was it like?
No, he said it was like multiple times
Okay.
with the same woman,
Okay. But in the past, he never cheated or anything like that.
supposedly.
Okay. So before you guys had gotten married, your relationship was fine,
Yeah,
and in college and
yeah.
everything like that. You guys
I mean,
were
like
okay?
college brings on like the normal, like kind of difficulties and everything, but yeah,
Yeah.
like it was pretty normal. And, like we were
Okay.
happy and in love, so.
Do you guys have any kids together?
Mm-mm.
No. So just the two of you.
Just two dogs.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you said that you wanted to work it out. Did you express that to him or?
Yeah, definitely. Like I suggested we go to like couples therapy and like try to figure things out, and like he was just like pretty like adamant that like he didn't want it. Like it makes me think that like he kind of like was coming to this conclusion regardless of me finding out he cheated or not.
Okay, so you think he was planning on divorcing you even if you didn't know he had cheated?
Yeah, I mean like I don't know that like definitively, but it definitely like seems like it.
Okay. Um, so are you working right now or?
Yeah, I'm a graphic designer.
Oh, okay. How long have you been at this job?
For like 4 years now.
Okay. Have your emotions and like the way you've been feeling affecting your work at all?
Yeah, that's like a a large part of the reason I'm here too, because I really like do enjoy my job and everything, but just like since this like has happened, like I just feel like my work quality has gone down. Like I just like don't really like feel motivated to like go to work or like do that at all. Like I don't know.
Has like there been any issues at work or anything, or?
I mean, my boss has had like a few things to me, kind of like hinting at like this is like I'm not like producing like the normal quality of work like I normally do, but so
Okay.
I know like they know something's up, but I haven't told anyone what's happened.
Okay. So how long have you been at this job?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. So you said you haven't told anybody. So outside of work, have you told like your?
Yeah, like I've told my family and I've told like my close friends and everything.
Okay.
But
have they been kind of helping you, or?
Yeah, I think like they were all like pretty shocked by it, because I mean, like from my perspective, like I said, everything was fine. So like when they found out too, like they were really like surprised by it as well. So, but they've been like as supportive as they can be. I just don't really think like anyone knows like what the right thing to say is.
Yeah, that can be hard to find exactly what to say in a situation that's difficult.
Yeah.
So your family, is it both your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they married, or?
Yeah, they're still together.
Okay. How was their relationship?
They've always had a really great relationship. It's like something I've always admired about them.
Okay. And like your relationship with them is good?
Yeah.
Yeah, always been good?
Yeah, we're a pretty like tight-knit family.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers.
Okay. And your relationship with them is?
Yeah, like relatively close. Like we all kind of like are scattered throughout the U.S., so we don't see each other a ton, but like we talk pretty like regularly. And,
okay, that's good. So they know what's going on too?
Yeah, they're aware.
Okay. And are they older or younger?
They're both older.
Both older.
Yeah.
And you said you have your friends around too. Are they like?
Yeah, I mean they're like pretty pissed for me, but yeah, we're like really close. Like my closest friend, like I've known her since high school.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
so
like
it's a long friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said they were pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
Is there like, did they like him before?
Yeah, everyone, like he had like a really great relationship with like everyone. Like in the like during like the college years, I know my parents like were like a little iffy about him just because of like, I don't know, like they thought it was like I needed to like kind of explore other options and not like settle down and everything. But other than that, like everyone's seemed to really like him.
Always liked him and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's like another reason why it came as such a shock.
Yeah. So do you guys have like the same group of friends, or are you guys like kind of separate?
We have like some of the same, but yeah, so like that'll be weird, but
yeah.
I don't know.
So have you like talked to him at all since the divorce was finalized?
I've like tried to reach out. I mean, like we talk occasionally just because like we have 2 dogs together. And, like, I have, like, both dogs, because, like, there's no way I would give them up, and he knows that. But, yeah, so other than that, like, just communicating, because he's, like, wanted to see them and everything, but that's, like, the main.
Okay, so nothing.
And just, like, logistical things.
Yeah, everything like that. So, are you staying at, like, your guys' house, or where you guys are living? Or?
I'm staying with my parents right now.
Okay.
Like, as I try to find another place.
Okay, so is he at your house you guys live in too?
Yeah.
Was it your decision to leave, or was he kind of?
No, it was, like, kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it was, like, mutual, because I would have preferred to stay there, but for me, I just, like, I just needed to get away from him, and, like, it wasn't, like, worth the argument for me. Yeah. Like, I'd rather just find, like, a new place with, like, that's, like, a fresh start.
Yeah, that's understandable. A fresh start. I mean, I think that's a good idea to get out and really find a place for yourself.
Yeah, like if he's gonna like force his divorce, then.
Yeah. I don't know. So I just want to kind of go back to like your family and everything. Can you tell me about like growing up and like your childhood and everything?
Yeah. So we like grew up in like the Chicago area. It was like a pretty normal childhood. Like obviously my parents like had a good relationship, at least like what they've showed us. Me and my brothers were like fairly close. I mean like we argued a lot and like fought and everything, but like I always just seemed to be like normal sibling. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. My brother went through like a drug phase for a bit and like was in rehab, but like he's been sober for like 5 years now, which is really great. Like nothing like really substantial.
Okay. And then like your parents, did they work or when you were growing up and everything?
My mom did not work. She stayed at home with us, but my dad worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he worked. Is he still working? Is he retired?
He's retired.
He's retired. Okay. So they're both at home and
yeah.
right now. Okay. So how's it going now living with them?
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little different here.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But like I can't complain. Like they're like really amazingly supportive, and the fact that they like let me move into their house for a while is just like really great, and I appreciate it. But I mean, it's like difficult. Like it's weird to move back with your parents.
Yeah, I can understand that. But that's like really great that you have a really good support system.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate.
Yeah, that they're around, you get friends around and everything. So you said you hadn't shared the news with work. Why is that?
In all honesty, like I think I'm just like kind of embarrassed.
Okay.
Like everyone, like I think everyone like viewed us as like this like amazing couple, like you know, like a power couple almost, and then like to know that like we got a divorce and like it wasn't my choosing, like I just find that to be like I don't know, embarrassing. Like I just don't want to like air that out to like everyone, and like I just don't want people to like look at me differently and like you know pity me, and like I just feel like it's annoying.
Okay, so you don't want to feel like people are like looking down on you or something like
that? Yeah, like
I
just like the judgment, like the pity. Yeah, like I just don't want to have to deal with that, and like people like coming up to me and like talking about it. Like it's just I just feel like it's like no one's business besides the people I like want to know.
Yeah.
But like I know I'm gonna eventually have to tell them because like obviously he wouldn't be coming to like work functions and
Yeah, that's understandable, but you kind of want to keep that home life and your work life separate.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not like really close to everybody at work.
Yeah.
It's understandable that you don't want to share that information.
Yeah, I've always kind of kept like work and social life separately. Like I've always made a point to.
Okay. That's good. I mean, for a lot of people it works really well. Some people like to mix it, but it's whatever you feel comfortable with. And
it's always seemed to work for me.
Yeah, that's good. So just some general questions that I want to go over. Have you ever been like injured or like in the hospital for any reason or?
No, just my wisdom teeth.
Just wisdom teeth. Okay. And then do you drink?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay. About like how often do you drink?
Like a couple times a week maybe.
Okay. Are you drinking with other people, by yourself?
Like by myself. Like I'll just like drink wine and.
Okay. So.
Whatever.
Like 2 or 3 times a week, you'd say?
Probably, yeah.
And how many like glasses of wine do you usually?
I can like easily finish a bottle.
Okay. And how are you, like when you're doing that, are you at home or?
Yeah, it's normally at home. I mean, like I'll go out and like drink with like my friends and stuff, but I like normally do it at home.
Okay. And how are you feeling like during that time?
I don't know, like not like amazing, obviously.
Okay.
But like I just feel like really sad, and it's just a way to kind of, I don't know, like help take away those feelings, I guess.
Okay, so when you drink, you feel like those feelings are gone, or you don't have to feel them anymore?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, like after, it's not like the best feeling, but it seems to help in the moment.
Okay. So when was the last time like you drank and?
Like last night.
Last night? Okay. Can you kind of walk me through, like, your evening and stuff?
Yeah, so, like, I had the house to myself. My parents had, like, a thing that they were going to, and, like, I just, like, got, like, really, like, depressed because, I don't know, I just felt really, like, lonely. Like, it was just weird to be, like, home alone, and, like, no one was there. And, so I just decided, like, I would watch a movie and, like, drink wine, and then, I don't know, it's just, like, so easy, like, once you get going to just, like, continue, and, like, I easily just, like, finished a bottle of wine on my own and then passed out.
Okay. Has this, like, affected like work or anything, or your life at all, like in social or anything?
I mean, I've shown up like late to work like a few like times just because I'm like hungover.
Okay.
But so yeah, I guess it's like not the best.
Yeah.
But
I mean, sometimes you gotta work hungover.
yeah.
Some people do it, not me anymore.
Yeah.
How long have you been like drinking like this?
Probably like for like maybe a month now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of after like the divorce and everything, and then you moved out. You
Yeah.
started drinking like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just like, I don't know. I would just like have a really hard time like being on my own.
Okay. Do you use any drugs at all, or?
No.
No. Okay. So you say you usually drink alone. Sometimes you're alone with friends, but
Mhm.
normally it's by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have there any been like situations at home, like with your parents and you drinking, or no?
Yeah, I mean like they like definitely like don't support it.
Okay.
Like they're not like overly thrilled when I'm like drunk and at home, but I just like don't really care because it's a way of kind of like numbing just how I'm feeling.
Okay. So when you're like in those emotions, do you ever feel like talking to anybody, or you just kind of want to be by yourself?
I don't know. I just like hate talking about it really. Like it just like makes me even like more upset. So I kind of just like feel like I need to like deal with it on my own.
Do you ever feel like harming yourself or anything?
No.
Any like feelings of harming others or anything?
No. I mean, I've definitely thought about hurting
Your ex-husband.
but not like nothing I would actually do.
Yeah, just like normal feelings after finding
Yeah,
out he
like
cheated
I could
and stuff.
easily punch him right now and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
That's I get like in your situation how you might feel like that.
I hate him.
So if you don't mind, I kind of want to go back to like your relationship with your husband and just kind of explore that a little bit more. So about a year ago, you found out he was cheating and everything.
Yeah.
Did you know the person he was cheating with, or?
No, I guess it was someone like he worked with. Like I just like figured they were friends. Like I don't know. Like I figured I could trust him. I guess I couldn't.
So like before that, did you guys always like spend time together? And...
Yeah, we had like. I mean, we like used to have like regular date nights. Like once every couple of weeks, like just made a point, but like we hadn't been like doing it like lately, which I just thought was because like we were both like busy with work. Like I don't know, like shit happens and like comes up and stuff, but I don't know. Like maybe it's because he just like hasn't been feeling it and like, but I could be like reading into it. I don't know.
Yeah. How were you feeling during those times though?
I mean like obviously like there was like something off, but I figured like it would just be something we kind of like deal with and like work through. Like I figure everyone has kind of like off times in like their relationship, but I don't know. But I guess I was wrong.
Okay. So then during this past year, kind of what was going on in the relationship before you guys like found out the divorce and everything like that?
Like what do you mean?
So you found out he cheated,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then what kind of happened after that?
Like after I found out he cheated,
Yeah.
well, I was like hysterical. Like I was so mad at him, and like the day like I found out, like I just like left and like couldn't be like near him, and then I was like I eventually like and like took like a week and I like calmed down and was like okay, like we need to talk about this, and like I decided like I want to like work through it, like, you know, try to like salvage the relationship, and like we like sat down and like talked about it, and that's when like he pretty much said like he's not interested in working things out.
Okay. And so when exactly was that? Like how many months ago?
Probably like 6 months ago.
Okay. So you guys both sat down and you were talking about it, but he was just like, no.
Yeah, he was like, you could just tell he was like checked out. Like it almost seemed like he like didn't even care what he did, like how he hurt me, which is like insane to me. Like it was literally like I saw like a completely different person.
Mm-hmm. So that's not really like him, then.
No, it was like bizarre. Like, how could like you be with someone for 7 years and then all of a sudden it's just like a switch flips and like you just don't care about them anymore? Like, I don't understand that.
Okay. So when you had found out he cheated, like, how did you find out?
Like I just like started to like notice, like, I mean, like he was going out like with work people like more and more often, and then one day we were home and like I'm not like proud of this, but I like saw his phone going off with like that girl like messaging him, and I was like, okay, that's weird, because like I knew they were friends, but it was never to the point where they were like texting like in the evening and like whatever. And so I like went in his phone and saw messages.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's how you found out?
Yep.
And so then you brought it up to him? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and obviously he was pissed that I went through his phone, but like screw him, because I'm glad I did and found out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he really has no argument.
Okay. So then after like that situation and everything, were you guys kind of like living separate lives until like you guys he wanted a divorce and everything like that?
Yeah, I probably like moved into my parents' house like around that like 6-month-ish, like after I found out, like when it was, I mean like maybe it was like 5 months ago, like I think we like lived with each other and we were like, no, it was like 6 months ago, yeah.
Okay. So, but before that you guys were already kind of like separating your lives and everything like that, it seems like?
No, like before that, like that 6 months before I found out, like I thought we were fine, like we were just going through like a funk.
Okay. So did he ever give you like a reason of like why he wanted a divorce, or it was just like, let's get a divorce and that was it?
He was just like pretty much like, I don't feel like for you like how I should be if we stay married.
Okay. And how were you feeling when he was like saying this?
I mean, I was heartbroken, like to hear your husband say that he pretty much doesn't like love you anymore. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
So compared to like when he told you that to like now, would you rate your feelings like the same, or do you?
Depends on like what feeling we're talking about. Like, I know my like anger has like subsided a bit, but now I just like literally just feel sad like all the time.
Okay. And like, do you know exactly like what you're sad about, or is it just kind of like no raw feelings?
Just like, I don't know. I feel like it's like mourning the loss of like a life. Like it's like everything like in my life has changed. Like I'm living with my parents. Like I have like some friends that I'm not friends with anymore because they were like more of his. Like I don't know. I just feel like everything's just like different, and like I don't know. Like I just don't like it.
Okay. So it feels like your life was like completely different. It did like a 180.
Yeah, it literally was like a switch flipped, and my life is completely different.
Yeah, that can be a really big adjustment. Just, I mean, you know, moving out of like your house and not being with the person you want to be with, and then with your parents and everything like that. That can be a really big adjustment.
Yeah.
So do you think, like, how are you feeling like now that you're here and kind of talking about it?
Like it kind of feels good to just like say everything to someone, like I guess, but I don't know. It's just like sad to think about it all, and it like gives me like a knot in my stomach talking about it.
Just because of like him, or just the whole situation?
I don't know, just like the whole situation, and like just like thinking of him with like someone else like nauseates me.
Okay. So, with your friends and stuff, have you really been hanging out with them at all, or?
Not like recently, no.
No.
They like reached out and everything, but I just like don't feel like hanging out with anyone. It's just like too much work and like effort.
Okay, so you're not really hanging out with your friends. What about like sleeping? Have you been having trouble or anything like that?
No, like my sleeping's been like pretty fine.
Okay. Normal sleeping, haven't had anything like that. And your eating appetite and everything's good?
My appetite's gone down like a little, because like when I'm just like super like upset, like I just like don't have an appetite, so I've like skipped meals and everything, but like other than that, it's fine.
That's good. Okay. Is there any other like part of your life that you feel like is kind of different, or like your emotions are kind of?
I don't know. Like the main thing is just like I'm like always sad and crying. Like I could just be like sitting like watching TV and I just like break out crying.
Okay.
And like I'm over it.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can cry, just let it out and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there like anything that usually like causes it, or you're just kind of?
I mean, I'll be like watching something so random and like just like some little detail will like remind me of something that we've like done together, or like it could be like so minute, but it just like triggers like all these feelings. And like sometimes it's really hard at work too. Like I'll like randomly start getting tearful at work and I have to like go into the bathroom and like contain myself, and it's just gotten to be like so annoying.
Okay.
And it's embarrassing.
Okay. So I hear you saying the word like embarrassing a lot. Why do you think you feel that way when you're kind of express your emotions?
I don't know. I just like don't really like people to see me like upset or anything. I don't know. I don't like enjoy that. Like it just makes me feel like icky.
Okay, so you feel kind of like weird almost if you show other people your
just
emotions.
Like uncomfortable. Yeah, like I've always been like that. Like I don't like it.
Okay, so you say you've always been like that, it's like growing up and everything?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Who, like growing up and stuff, did you share like your emotions with like your family, or not really?
Yeah, like maybe like I don't know. I don't want to say like a normal amount. Like I would like talk about things like here and there, but I was never like the most expressive.
Okay, so it's just kind of how you've been.
Mm-hmm.
What about when other people are expressing their emotions? Do you feel like weird about that, or
yeah, like generally makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, so kind of just anybody, including yourself, who shows too much emotion.
Yeah, just like emotions in general, I guess.
So that can be hard.
Yeah.
So you'd rather just kind of be like with yourself and kind of work through them, or?
Yeah.
So what have you like done in the past? If you can give me an example.
I don't know. Like I usually just like sit with it myself, and eventually I like
work through it
and like get over it. I mean, like there's times like I'll talk to people about things, but
you just prefer not to.
Yeah.
Okay. So was the same thing kind of happening like in your marriage where you weren't expressing your emotions, or?
I mean, yeah, like I've said, I've never been the most expressive. Like I feel uncomfortable with emotion.
Yeah.
Like only emotion, like I feel like negative emotion I feel like super comfortable with is probably like anger and like frustration, like that kind of thing. Like I have no problem like expressing that. But yeah, like other emotions, like no, I don't like to talk about it. So yeah, that was a part of our marriage.
Okay. And was he good with expressing emotions or not?
No, we were kind of like, he's a bit similar to that. So I feel like a lot of the times we just like brush things like under the rug.
Okay. Did you ever have like fights about stuff like kind of like that, where it's like?
Yeah, like. Yeah, I mean, I know that definitely wasn't like a great part of our marriage. Like there would be times where like I'd be like holding on to something for longer than normal, where like in retrospect, like if maybe we like talked it out and like figured things out, like when it initially the problem like arose, like things would have been better and I wouldn't have had like resentment, or like he wouldn't have had resentment, but like we just like both, I don't know, didn't like dealing with things, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So is that like anything that you felt like you kind of wanted to like work at, or you're okay with where you're at with dealing with?
I mean, I know it's something that like is not ideal. Like I know it wasn't like a great part of our marriage, and I know like I contributed to that. Like I'm aware of that. So like yeah, if like there's a way of like getting better at being comfortable with emotions, then I think that's like something that would be good. But I don't know. My like main thing is just like I just don't want to feel like just like this sad and like down all the time.
Yeah. So do you think about like maybe working through like your sadness and some of the other emotions you've been dealing with would maybe help you feel better and
Yeah, like I don't know what it's gonna take for me to kind of just like start to like move on and like feel better, but like I'm willing to like pretty much try anything at this point because I'm over feeling like this.
okay. Well, I think that statement right there is really good and that you want to do something different, but I think you're doing what you need to do and coming here will definitely help you and you're obviously focusing on your life now and that's really important too. So I want to thank you for coming in today and everything and I hope to see you.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.